How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Project Hail Mary. I went to go watch it yesterday over at Toho Cinemas here in Tokyo. Honestly, a pretty good cinema experience. My second here in Japan. But my first one where I actually understood the movie. First, I had seen one fully in Japanese, no subtitles, no anything. I'll probably drop a review about it, but since I saw it in Japanese, I didn't understand it very well. And so I feel like my review would be very skewed. Also, it's from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I don't know anything about the property, so I also feel like my review would be very bad just because I have no idea about what's going on in the show or anything like that. But with Project Hail Mary, I had been following this movie quite a bit. I didn't know it was based on a novel, so probably I'm gonna miss a few things like with my review from there. Overall, this movie was very hyped up. Some people were calling it like the movie of the year, just an overall big project, a lot of promotion for it. And does it live up to the hype? I always feel like when you overhype something, it's very difficult to see it as anything other than something that's overhyped. But overall, the movie I think was extremely good. I think that the visuals in this movie carry it so much. Not that the story or anything is bad or the writing or anything, but just I love space movies for the the very simple reason that you're able to do so much visually, so many colors, so many like a vibrant atmosphere, so many different things can be done with it. And so I think that that's one of the best things that this movie does. I'm not going to get into spoilers just because this movie is very recent, like it just came out. And then also I think that everyone should go watch this movie. I saw it in IMAX. It's one of the most enjoyable movies I've seen in the theater in a while, honestly. This movie had everything. It was pretty funny. The story was captivating. A lot of the story, like, it felt like a really long story and it felt like a really long time, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing because the entire time I was captivated by it. The reason why I was captivated was because they like spoon fed you information. You weren't getting everything at once. He was getting his memories back and remembering why he was on the mission and like so you got all the information that you needed about why he was where he is and the current situation by spoonfuls and like you can kind of like see, okay, this is how this is gonna happen. But it's really interesting to see how it unfolds. And so I think overall what this movie does is very good, and the way that the story is told is very well. I think where this movie really does a good job, aside from visuals, it's also characterization. So if you've seen the trailers, you know that this is more than just just a space movie about someone trying to save the planet. He meets an alien, and so it's a bit of an alien movie, but it doesn't show aliens. And something that I really liked was when Penguin Z0 said it when he reviewed this movie as well. They didn't make it like a humanoid type of object. They made it they made it a rock. There was nothing there that resembled a human, yet you can connect to the character. They did a very good job at writing it. They did a very good job at with the pacing, trying to understand the character and everything that comes like from there. They did a very good job trying to set up that dynamic of them not understanding each other, then turning to how their relationship evolves over time. It makes us care about them whenever they're in danger, whenever they're not in danger. Like, there's funny moments and there's sad moments. And I think that the movie does a very good job of you caring about a fucking piece of rock. Like, it was so good. I honestly think that they did a very good job at humanizing something that's not human. And so, that being said, the movie just really stands out even more because of their dynamic and because of their relationship. The plot of the movie for me is very interesting. I've always thought about writing a space movie, something like that, because I love the visual component of it. I love being able to show the visuals of space, the empty sound and everything like that. I've always found it to be super interesting and super captivating, and I think that this movie does very well. There are times in the movie where you're just in space, no sound, no anything, and you hear the silence. It's crazy, and I absolutely love whenever they do stuff like that. There's obviously like they have to come up with like their own version of why does the character need to venture out, and why does the character need to do this, and I think that it's satisfying. I think that we reach a pretty satisfying conclusion to what the entire movie is setting up. Overall, that was one of my biggest worries while I was watching the movie. I was like, I don't know when this is gonna end. I don't know how long I've been in this movie theater, but I do feel like at any point now, when the movie does end, do they reach a proper conclusion? Like, is it just this or is it just that? Like, does the movie just end abruptly? And honestly, I do feel like the conclusion is one that you can see coming, but as well one that like it's pretty satisfying to the story and to the characters and everything in between. I found it to be such an interesting concept, such a good movie. This whole entire concept of Earth is dying, we need to shoot one last Hail Mary shot and see what we can do. Super interesting. I absolutely love the movie. It was extremely like visually compelling, emotionally compelling. It was a very just overall solid movie. Is this the best movie that I've ever seen? No. Is this the best space movie that I've ever seen? Definitely not. My favorite movie is Interstellar. If you know me, you know that I talk about that a lot. But I think that the movie overall does a lot of things very well, and it makes it such an entertaining watch, especially in the movie theater. I feel like there have been certain movies that, yeah, you can wait until streaming to go watch it. This movie, I do feel like you should go watch it in a theater. The sound, the visual element of it, it's just something that your TV at home doesn't pick up as well. But being in a theater, in an IMAX theater like this movie was filmed to be presented on, just was extremely good. So I 100% recommend you guys to go watch it in a movie theater. Watch it with the visuals and everything. If you're expecting a bit more of a story that's like a bit more grounded, a bit more like just a bit more human. Obviously, this one does have like its human characteristics, but it has to have a fantastical element to it, because if not, you can't get the story started and you can't do anything above there. So I know that that's a big critique of everyone with like Interstellar and those kinds of movies, but you kind of have to expect it with the sci-fi genre. Like it's not going to be perfect all the way through, and this movie definitely does like the same thing. It's not perfect in all of its explanations, but I think that it's satisfactory enough to have a good watch. So if you're looking for a movie that's like really close to reality and stuff like that, probably skip this one. But honestly, if you're looking for just a feel good movie and just something entertaining to watch, definitely go watch it. That's basically my review of the movie. It's super entertaining. Go watch it in theaters. Project Hail Mary, Ryan Gosling, Rocky, whatever he called. Oh fuck, is that a spoiler? Well, you've made it this far in the video. You probably didn't see the entire video anyway. But yeah, so go watch it. Super entertaining. See you in the next one. See ya.